This gentleman comes from Amsterdam, works in a very infamous bar called Vesper. I'm sure quite a lot of us have been there before. And actually started off life the other side of the bar. So he learned his skill, from what I understand, from his young lady, who women generally, I hear, have better palates than gentlemen. Anyway, so a great teacher, I hear. Let me introduce you to Boudewijn Mesritz.
Esteemed members of the jury, fellow bartenders, and all you extraordinary ladies and gentlemen out there in the audience tonight, welcome to the Bacardi Global Legacy semifinals. My name is Boudewijn Mesritz, and I am honored to be here tonight presenting you my legacy cocktail and competing against some of the world's finest bartenders. As you all know, this month marks the 150th anniversary of Bacardi. 150 years, ladies and gentlemen. I think that deserves a round of applause. Come on, guys, let's hear it for Bacardi! What I would like to do tonight, or this afternoon, is take you on a little tour of some of the great legacy cocktails of the past, with one reoccurring theme: what if? I believe all great ideas and all great drinks begin with a what if moment. Now I see some confused looks. What does he mean with a what if moment? Have you ever found yourself wondering, while working on a problem, trying to come up with a solution, your mind starts to wander, and all of a sudden it's like a light bulb goes off in your head. What if I, and a great idea is born? I know I have, and here I am presenting it to you tonight. Let me ask you one question, ladies and gentlemen. What separates the truly great from the mediocre? The ability to turn that one all-important what-if moment into a lasting legacy. For example, 1862, Facundo Bacardi. Aguardiente. What if we came up with a new way of distilling rum, featuring cognac fermenting yeast, charcoal filtration, and aging in white oak barrels? 1898, Jennings Cox, an American engineer working in Cuba. What if I added some freshly squeezed lime juice, some sugar, and some ice to Bacardi Superior, and the legacy of the daiquiri was born? Circa 1900, Fausto Rodriguez, an American officer drinking with his buddies, Cuba, sees the bartender pouring some ice in a glass, Bacardi Superior, topping it off with some Coke, squeezing some lime wedges in the top. Bartender, what's the name of that drink? I don't know, we don't really have a name for it yet. What if we call it Cuba Libre, for free Cuba? Somewhere between 1912 and 1913, Constantin Ribelagua, head bartender, Floridita Bar, sitting at the bar, a longtime regular guest and then president at the time, Mario González Menocal. What if we had a Cuban equivalent of the American Manhattan cocktail, and the legacy of El Presidente was born? 1917, Tom Bullock, St. Louis, Missouri, first African-American bartender, sitting down late at night working on a new cocktail menu for the St. Louis Country Club, looking for inspiration, sees the daiquiri. What if we substituted the sugar in a daiquiri with some grenadine, and the legacy of the Bacardi cocktail was born? Fred Kaufman, head bartender, Seville Biltmore Hotel, 1920s. In walks one of the most iconic, sexy female Hollywood icons of the time. And he goes, what if I created a drink in her honor? And the legacy of the Mary Pickford was born. Cuba, exact place, date, founder, unknown. Someone came up with the idea, what if we substituted smooth, refined Bacardi Superior for the fire aguardiente in the popular El Draque cocktail? And the legacy of the mojito was born. 2011, yours truly, Amsterdam. As I sat down brainstorming for this competition, I started to reflect on the long 150-year-old rich, colorful tradition of Bacardi. And as it often tends to do, my mind started to wander. What if? Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. What if I took a 150-year-old forgotten ingredient from the early days of the cocktail? What if I made a shrub, a colonial fruit cordial preserved with vinegar? What if I made this shrub with pineapple, ginger, allspice, and a little bit of ponzu vinegar? And what if I added a healthy dose of Bacardi Superior and some freshly squeezed lime juice to this shrub? Jeremy, if you could please bring these drinks to the jury.
4 minutes remaining.
Mr. Cratena, what if this drink is good enough that by this time next year you'll be training bartenders all over the world how to make this drink? Mr. Bex, What if this drink inspires you to create a whole new series of paintings for an upcoming exhibition about the creative process? Mr. Bonneton, what if this drink joins your Marcos Bacardi Fizz as the newest member of the Legacy family? And last but not least, Mr. Cordoba, what if this is the next Bacardi Legacy cocktail? And what if, becomes a new marketing slogan for Bacardi? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.